Hey everybody, it's Luke over at Galaxy Tech Review, and today I've got a product from PIIFOX. This is the PIIFOX ER95 tri-mode mechanical keyboard with LCD screen. It's hot swappable, so you can replace the keycaps and the switches, and you can connect either via Bluetooth, 2.4 gigahertz, or USB wired connection. We're going to dig into it now, and I'll be right back. Okay, so this is everything that you get once you get it out of the box. We do have a one-page kind of keyboard manual reference guide here. I'll leave this up in this point in the video, but it does show you how to pair via Bluetooth, 2.4 gigahertz, or wired mode, switching from Mac and Windows, knob mode switching, and keyboard light adjustments, multimedia functions, and checking the remaining power. And you can reference that if you do need it. I will show you most of these functions during this review. Now this keyboard also comes with a keycap and switch puller, because you can remove and replace the keycaps if you want to, and of course the switches, either 3-pin or 5-pin hot swappable, so you can really make this your own if you don't like the ones that come out of the box. We also get a USB cable here. It's a standard USB Type A to USB Type C for wired plug-in for using the software, and also for recharging the 4,000 milliamp battery that's inside this. It does support WinOS, macOS, Android, and Linux as well, with a driverless install unless you want to use the software to make it more your own. Now, taking a look at the keyboard itself, you can see that we've got a 95% keyboard here with your number keys on the right-hand side. You kind of have this dark, transparent look to this particular keyboard. You also have your LCD screen at the upper right with that volume knob that also helps you navigate through here. We do have not much going on the sides. On the back, we do have our charge port, and we do have a power switch as well. So you do have that there, and it's easy to plug this in. It's on the right hand side, so it should be easy for cable management as well. Now on the bottom, we've got some magnetic portions here that I do want to address. The first one is going to be this little magnetic door here, and underneath that is where they have hidden the 2.4 gigahertz USB dongle, if that's the way you're going to connect it. And you can also store it there as well. Once the flap is in place, it doesn't wiggle or move or shake or do anything like that. Now the levelers are also magnetic. Instead of flip up levelers, we've got kind of these rounded levelers, and one side is flatter than the other, so you can flip it around to get some height on your keyboard if that's what you need for a better typing experience. So this is very interesting. Not something that I've seen on a lot of keyboards, but it is really nice to be able to adjust this at least in 2 levels, and then once they're in place, they're there and they don't move around on you at all. So they've done a really good design with the magnetics here on this. Now this keyboard also has 2 layers of pour-on of foam, one under the PCB board, one on top of it, and then it also has a bottom silicone pad for dampening as well. Now taking a look at the switches here, you can see we've got these dark wobbler linear switches by PIIFOX. These are pre-lubed out of the factory and are quite nice to type on. Again, you can switch these out for anything that is either 2-pin or 3-pin or 5-pin, and they do a pretty nice job here. Now the keycaps that come included are ASA profile double shot keycaps here, and you can switch these out for any keycaps that you would like, but the sides of these are transparent, the tops are not, so you're going to get that south facing RGB, and it's going to let a lot of light through. Now, of course, one of the cool things is having this LCD screen here to kind of give you some information, your time, you have your connection type, you do have whether you're in Windows or Mac mode, your date, and of course your battery level up there as well. But you can also use the function button and the knob itself to get into a menu to display any GIFs that you may have uploaded or images. So using function, you can see it blinks there, and I can switch over to the GIF that I put up here. It's just a Alice in Wonderland GIF that I put on here. And we also have a full menu here. Now you can set your light modes here, and we can switch through all of those. And we can switch the mode, the color, the brightness, the speed, and everything else right here from this little display. So if I do want to change any of these over, I can change all of them right here on the display if I want to, very quickly and very easily. Now I can change this to like ripple or any other effects that I like, and I can also alter the color. I can also alter the speed and the brightness as well. So very customizable here with this, and works really, really well. So no problems getting in and out of this menu. Now we can go back. You do see you have screen brightness. We also have our connection mode here as well on the next screen, which will allow us to put this into Bluetooth mode, and we can pair up to 3 devices, wired mode, and of course 2.4 gigahertz as well if you're going to use your wireless dongle. So if we put that in Bluetooth mode, we can easily connect there to up to 3 different Bluetooth devices. You can even change your language here. It only has 2 selections. Of course, mine is set to English, and of course we have volume as well, which is going to be your default setting for this knob to control your volume on your connected device. Now, if you want to change certain things on the fly, you can use the function key to be able to do certain things, like using the function key by itself and just turn off all of the LEDs. If you don't want any of those, you can definitely do that. To get into the menus, you can do the function and knob and then be able to get into all of your menus, or put this on the static on the GIF so that you can watch that if you want, or have that displayed. But using the function key to activate those menus will be able to allow you to change through all the colors and modes that you have on this without using any of the software if you do not want to. Now, function and 1 is going to be for Bluetooth 1, function 2 for Bluetooth 2, and function 3 for a Bluetooth 3. And you'll have up to 3 different devices there to choose from. And if you hold them down, say function 1 or function 2, it'll blink and it'll be in pairing mode and ready for you to go. Now you can also do some other functions as well on the fly if you need to say function and 4 will do the 2.4 gig pairing, and function 5 for 3 seconds will set you into wired mode. So you have a bunch of different settings here that are easily accessed through the function key, and of course using the whole different setup that you have on the LCD screen to further customize things. Now, if you really want to kit this out and customize this, you can use the PIIFOX software. We have this for Windows. It is not available for Mac OS, unfortunately, but you can set each key individually if I want to, right on the front page here. Let's say the G key. I can either disable it. I can add a mouse function to it, a media function to it as well. I can add a macro. So I do have a full macro suite built in here as well, or a key combination on the left-hand side with Control Alt Shift Win and another key. So we do have that as well. So you really can do this per key. Now in other settings, we do have our key sensitivity. It goes from 1 to 10. We do have our light off settings for our 2.4 gigahertz wireless, and our Bluetooth. In case we're running on battery, you can do anywhere from 2 minutes to 5 minutes on that. And then, of course, we've got all the way up to 60 minutes for the keyboard to go to sleep. So you do have some versatility there to save some battery life. Now, of course, you have 3 different layers here, and you also have function settings, and you can set those as well. Certain ones will not allow you to do so because they are built in to the keyboard and marked in red there. We do have a full macro suite where you can import, export your macros and save them, and of course upload them and assign them to keys as well. Now we do have a screen section, and this is for uploading GIFs or pictures to your keyboard, and you can see right here will be your work area, and you can upload the picture or the animation once it's loaded, or you can save them as well. Under other settings, we've got sync your time to your system, so that's going to sync up your date and time to the keyboard. And if we do add a picture or select a picture, you can search for a picture file or a GIF file, and you can then upload it to the keyboard. Now you can upload just the picture, which will take the first frame, or you can upload the entire animation as well. And then of course you saw earlier that I had uploaded this to the keyboard, and it worked out quite nicely. Now under lights here, this is all of our light modes. Again, we can just use these, pick one that we like. We can adjust the speed on this, the color of the animation itself as well. So you've got that fully customizable here under light. They also have light edit where we can do this per key, and you can also set different sets of keys to your liking. And they also have a share as well where other people have uploaded their key and light files, also their animations, and you can download those as well. Under About, we can check our updates for the software and for the firmware, our language, and whether we want this to shut down when we minimize it or turn it off when we exit. And overall, PIIFOX has made this a very feature-rich application and simple to navigate. So there you go. That's my review of the ER95 by PIIFOX. This is a great keyboard with a nice LCD screen. Overall, it has a lot of function to it. The out-of-the-box typing experience is very good with their switches and their keycaps. The only thing that I might consider modding on this is the stabilizers in the actual spacebar was a little loose for me, but overall everything else was rock solid. It comes with a nice companion app that lets you really dig into this and customize it to make it your own. You can pick this up on WhatGeek.com, and I'll have a link in the description below that'll help out the channel, and also a coupon code to help you save on your order as well. Again, this was Luke from Galaxy Tech Review. I hope you enjoyed my review, and I'll check you guys out on the next one.